Sam and Melinda Watson's children, Luke and Rachel, seemed as happy and healthy as all of the other children their age.
I'm a teacher, so I was really ready for that first parent-teacher conference when Luke was in kindergarten. And I went in and was horrified by how far behind he was, because I knew he wasn't. And she ended the conference by saying, and he doesn't even know his colors. I cried all the way to the parking lot, but that gave us a clue that something wasn't right. But I'll never forget, we were probably about 20 feet away from each other, and he turned and said, "Mama, where are you?" And I was in clear vision, and my heart sank.
The Watsons thought their son needed eyeglasses. They weren't prepared for what they were about to hear. Luke had Batten disease.
Of course, we had never heard of it. Just devastated to hear about this disease that just steals the life and sucks the life out of these children, starting with blindness and leading to death, and no treatment, no cure. And so we just began praying in earnest that, you know, this is something else. This can't be this. And unfortunately it was.
I think he opened himself to the possibility that it was that, and I never did. I read about it and I just said, that's not what it is.
After Luke's diagnosis, Melinda and Sam started to wonder about the fate of their daughter, Rachel.
We also began to see the same symptoms in Rachel that we had seen in Luke.
He wanted to have her tested right away, and I didn't want to. And then one day, just took her. I don't think I told him.
Luke was diagnosed at age 6, and so was Rachel at the age of 5.
After the diagnosis, we struggled. You know, it was almost like every day was a new nightmare, realizing and seeing what was happening to our children.
That was over 10 years ago.
Well, they're both blind. That was the first thing to go. They've both begun having seizures for a number of years now, and so we're trying to control that with anticonvulsant medication. And dementia has set in, and their loss of cognitive ability is increased, and we've seen that, and now we're starting to see a lack of ability to communicate and a lack of mobility, and so there has to be someone there assisting them at all times.
Luke, our son, is doing a lot better than our daughter Rachel is. The heartbreak of Rachel is that she's losing her ability to communicate, to speak, but she still has a lot of cognitive ability, and it's very frustrating. So I spend a lot of my day translating what Rachel wants to tell me. She speaks all the time, but it's slurred, it's rapid and garbled, and it's very, very difficult to understand.
Luke would, I think, have been a pro athlete if he was, didn't have this disease. And he is just such a fan of all sports and all athletics. And so we still pretend we're playing baseball or football, and he loves it, and he, still gets out there and is able to not run, but we move around and we try to run, and it just breaks your heart that he can't do what he loves so much.
And then when we sing it together, you have to try to get us, okay? 1, 2, 3,
You gotta look for the silver lining somewhere, and we don't worry about homework. We don't worry about grades. We want school to be fun and enjoyable. We want them to be stimulated. We want them to be happy. We eat cookies at midnight or sleep late if we want to.
We know it's if it continues to take its course, it's going to be very ugly and very painful, and We just try to live day to day and appreciate every day that we have with Luke and Rachel.
If I can be thankful for anything, I'm thankful to know that it will be me and it will be Sam that will take care of our children.